Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 8 of this Pokemon Snap playthrough that's not a playthrough. My name's Andy, the Uncommentator, and the focus of this episode is going to be Kakuna. Now, because we're going after Kakuna in this episode, it's going to mark our virgin voyage to the tunnel. But before we do that, let's have a quick look at the score that we're going to try and get as near to as possible. So you can see that we've got 4,500, broken down by a size of 920. I'm not quite sure how I could get any bigger, but anyway, a pose of 1,000 and a same Pokemon score of 660, so a nice bonus there. Now, one other thing delaying our Virgin Voyage to said tunnel is, of course, Primer's official strategy guide entry. Is it Primer's or Prima's? I don't know. Anyway, Primer's official strategy guide, that's what I've called it to this point, so we'll stick with that. Official strategy guide entry for Kakuna, so whoop, here it is. Kakuna dropped from the ceiling of the first wave of the first cave even, whenever an electrode explodes. Pay attention to where they drop from for a good photo op after you set off another electrode. So hopefully my photo taking skills will be slightly better than my reading ones. I guess we're going to find out. So 4,500, as I've said, that we're going to try and get as near to as possible. So let's go to the tunnel for the first time in this series. Now, thankfully, this one is quite near the beginning, so there isn't a lot of... we don't have to get too far into the level, and there's not a lot of setup for this one. So after the flambéed hell that was Butterfree, we're hopefully on a nice easy one here. So the only downside to this little part of the level is this Electabuzz, which is going to run into shot in a minute. So we'll skip past the Electrode. There's an Electabuzz here running round, following another Electrode. Now, of course, you see the Electrodes explode. Now, if you hit them with a Pesterball or an Asp, then they will also explode. They don't just do it randomly. Am I going to hit the Electabuzz? You can steer around the Electabuzz, but unfortunately, that's not how you do it. But it is quite tricky, so you're best off sometimes just waiting. I'm not going to get Asp over, am I? So you can see there, the Electrode exploded and these Kakunas dropped down. So we just need to be in the right position to get the picture that I just said. So if we hit this Electrode here and then spin around, and hopefully they'll drop into view like that. So that's the one we want. So let's just see what that looks like, just to get a sort of benchmark, and then we'll try and get a better shot of that. That's the angle that we want, though. That one that I got there. So basically... So to get that photo, we need to be roughly where I was, and just get a slightly better shot. So I'm not going to bother Go on then. No, I won't, actually. No, there's no point. So go back to... I was going to get a benchmark score, but they were worse than I thought they were going to be. So we'll not bother with that. But that's essentially what we need to do. So hopefully we'll be able to get it this one. I was hoping this was going to be a one and done, but I'm a little bit rusty. Haven't played on this game for years, and I haven't done a practice run, so... Just working a little bit from memory. Right, we'll skip past you. Oh, can I get past the Electabuzz? You can get past it. I think you can get past the Electrode as well. Yep. No. I thought I'd done it then, but obviously not. If I can set off again. No, there he is. Annoying me. So I'll hit him with a Pesterball. And that doesn't... Also means we can't go past him, so that was a bit stupid. Slightly irritating facet of this level. Okay, so same again. So the Electrode explodes, the Kakuna's drop down, and that's the one we want there. We just need to be in the right place to get it. Now, obviously, when that Electrode over there explodes, I thought it knocked the Electabuzz out, but it still stood there just waving its arms frantically. I may have left this a bit late, and I've missed it with the apple, or the apple-shaped Pokemon fruit, the Asp, I don't know. Oh, there we go. So that's the one we want, basically. Let's try that again, because I totally made a mess of that. As I am this video. But we'll keep going, we'll get there. We will get there. Kakuna and Metapod on this game. But no Beedrill. So we got Metapod and Butterfree, but we only get Kakuna. We don't get Beedrill, which is a bit of a shame, really. We don't take a picture of that. We're not interested in that one yet. That will be the... Electrode will be the easiest... I'm predicting Electrode will be the shortest episode on this on this series. The only way that will be the longest is if I waffle. But there really is nothing to Electrode. It's the easiest one to get the top score on. Right, so that's the one we want, as I've said. The one that's just disappeared there. So if I actually hit this thing with the Aspver, there we go. That's the one we want. There we go. Right. So that should give us a decent benchmark. In fact, that'll probably be good enough. I may call it a day after that one because I don't think. So it won't quite get the same size score, I don't think. But oh, there we go. We might get an extra. There's 4 Kakunas in that picture, and on mine I've only got 3, so we may be able to get a better same Pokemon score. So let's go for that one because there's more of the 4 Kakunas in. So the size won't be quite as good, but the same score will hopefully be a bit high. How is my Kakuna not 1,000 size? Like literally, how much bigger can I get it? And obviously the Metapod, it's actually cut off, but for Kakuna you can get it all. The reason Metapod's cut off is because you can't get it all in the shop, whereas this one you can. Yeah, only 550, but we knew that. Yeah, 1,000 pose. So let's see what we get here. Yeah, see 820, so a massive same Pokemon score compared to mine. Less than 4,000. We'll have one more go. We'll try and get over 4,000, and then we'll end this particular episode. It's just about timing the explosion when to hit the Asp with so when to hit the Electrode with the Asp. I need to. I'm not going to get Asp for over, am I? Especially if I keep calling it Aspver when it's not. Apple-shaped Pokemon food. So we're just going to call it ASPF, I think. I think that should hopefully get over a bit quicker. I could just call it an apple, and which is essentially what it is. But no, we're going to be accurate. Right, we're also not going to try and get past the Electabuzz. We're just going to let it run wild. Electabuzz, another fairly easy one. Not as easy as Electrode, however. No Voltorb on this game. And Elekid wasn't invented yet when this game came out. And I believe there's since been I don't know what it's called. The Electabuzz evolves now, doesn't it? But I can't remember what it's called. Somebody tell me in the comments. I don't know. I could always look it up. I could look in Prime's official strategy guide for whatever generation it is. Anyway, here we go. So we need to hit this Electrode with the ASPF. And we need to turn around. And we need to just hope that drops into view. There we go. Right. So we should be we should get over 4,000 with that one. And then we'll move on to the next Pokemon, which I don't know what it is. I think it's Pidgey. That's what I'm going to say anyway in the outro. So if it's not Pidgey, then I'm going to look rather foolish when we get to that episode. Right. So you can see that we've got 4, but again, the size is not great. The size is much better. One of these two, isn't it? Unless we go for the 4 again, but no, let's go for a bigger one. I think that's probably the biggest one, isn't it? We'll go with that one. And it's facing the camera, though. Unlike the new Pokemon stuff, I probably said this already in this series, it doesn't matter if the Pokemon's facing the camera or not. You don't get any bonuses for direction. Okay, so obviously I'm not going to beat my own score, I don't think, but if we get to 4,000, then that'll do. Well, that was actually lower than the last one. That was a bit rubbish. Okay, we'll give it another bash then. We're still under 10 minutes, so we'll give it another go. I need to time this better. I think we'll try a slightly different technique this time. I'm going to try and hit the Electrode early with the with the ASPF, and then speed to get speed up to get the Kakuna in the picture. We'll try it that way. Yeah, it is fairly easy, this one. It just needs a little bit of time and a little bit of direction, just required to get the really big score like I have got. Don't take a picture of Electrode. I'm trying desperately not to take pictures of things other than what's the focus of the episode, but I have failed miserably at that already, I believe. I can't remember what I took a photo of, but it was a Charmander, wasn't it, when I was doing Charmeleon or Charizard. I mean, they're all the same family. They're not going to it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, I thought the Electabuzz got knocked out. I think it just gets back up again, and it gets knocked out and gets back up again, and then doesn't do anything. Right, hit it early this time. So there's the Kakuna. That's the one we wanted. We didn't quite get it. So that went a bit wrong. We'll try again. Went for the focus on the wrong Kakuna. You want the furthest one. But this will be the last. This will be the last go. We're going to get 4,000 this time. Hopefully, quite a bit over 4,000. But we'll do it. Come on. That was my fault for focusing on the wrong Kakuna. Don't do it. We can speed up a little bit. I don't want to catch the Electabuzz up because obviously it runs slower than the 0-1 travels. If I steer the 0-1 over here a little bit, because this game is a rail shooter that's not a rail shooter, as we've said already in an earlier episode. I will hit you. You explode. Down you drop. And we didn't quite get it, but we'll see what score that gets. Because the other problem is if the Kakuna's dropped down. Yeah, we'll send that one in. The Kakuna's dropped down. When if you speed too quickly, the Kakuna's dropped down when the rolling electrode explodes. That's what I meant to say. We'll not break it. Oh dear me. Only 750 pose, so you can get less than 1,000 pose. I thought you could, but I wasn't sure. Right, come on now. Let's get on with this now, because this is taking way longer than it should. Heading towards Flambéed Hell stage, although it won't quite get as far as excuse me, as far as Butterfree. The worrying thing about Butterfree, I don't want to talk too much about Butterfree because it's been and gone now, but the worrying thing about Butterfree is I don't think it's going to be the worst episode in terms of sort of meat grinder, just got to kind of bite on your gum shield and get on with it sort of thing, because that's all there really is to do with Butterfree. But there's going to be other episodes that are going to be a little bit like that. I was hoping this one wasn't going to be one, but we're already heading over 12 minutes, so I need to get on with this. I mean, I should have practiced that. Future episodes, I may practice before I record, just so I look a bit slick. Or I could edit my terribleness out. That's another thing, which I will do, of course. We always edit the terribleness out. Electabuzz gets knocked down and gets back up again. Ain't no explosion to keep it down. Right, ASPF. There we go. There we go. Right, that's a better photo. It'll be a little bit clipped, but that's basically what you want to get. Yeah, there we go. So that's what you want. In fact, that's virtually this. I say a little bit clipped. It's not clipped at all. The electrode in the background isn't exploding like it is on mine. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. In fact, I may beat my score here with that. So let's see. The only problem is it's slightly to the left. He may be picky here. He may be Professor Joke and not give me a centralised score. But either way, this is the last photo that we're gonna move on from this episode, because you've seen that's basically how you get the photo that you want. So 930 size, so it is 10 points bigger. 1,000 pose, thank you. Right, come on, don't do me over here. Thank you. It's not in the middle, but it's enough closer to the middle. Right, same Pokemon score. Will it be higher? No, it'll be 100 points less. I'm not quite sure how. But anyway, we haven't beaten this score. It doesn't matter, because that's essentially... it's difficult to know what the perfect air quote score for this is. Because obviously when you get same Pokemon bonus, I don't know what the highest one is. But basically, that's how you get the Kakuna. So hit the electrode, furthest one, and then it's the furthest Kakuna that drops down. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. That's the one you need to focus on. So that is Kakuna, and that is episode 8. All wrapped up in less than 14 minutes. I was hoping it was going to be less than 4 minutes, but I did kind of blunder a little bit. So we'll do the usual episode finale, go back to the report, get the photo on the screen, and then we'll move on to Pidgey. It is Pidgey next, I was right. So yeah, so there's Kakuna, so that's how you get a good score for Kakuna on the original Pokemon Snap. So if you like this video, then please like and share the video, and do all the other stuff that you can do on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel, that'd be fantastic. I'm not going to do a long outro, but by saying I'm not going to do a long outro, it makes the outro longer, so work that one out. But anyway, join me next time. We're moving on to episode number 9, which will be Pidgey. But until we get to that point, for now from me, it is sayonara.